Hi everyone, and welcome back to our extremely late rewrite set review. We've put out half of it, but the other half is yet to come out, and this is part of that latter half.
I mean, we say
It's
half,
the
but like it's literally one color.
yeah,
But that
it's
card is bigger than
Wait, is
any
it
other
really?
color.
Why are
blue,
there
and
so
I
many
don't
yellow cards?
because reasons. I don't think you've uploaded
Oh.
the one, but that's okay. But we're gonna go straight into yellow because time's a wasted.
Well, this does feed four deck types, I
Hey,
suppose.
hey,
Yeah,
screen share.
yeah. I mean, the best yellow card is still from the first set. So the first card is Akane when the sun sets. It's a 002K. And it is that reviled Azusa archetype. When this is placed from hand on the stage, you discard a card from hand. If you do, look up to four cards from the top of your deck, search for an Akane, a Chihaya, or a Sakuya, add it to your hand, and ditch the rest.
This card is tragic.
This card
Just like
is,
the rest of Gaia, honestly.
yeah, I agree, but if we teleport back to 2013, this card would have made Gaia completely broken. It gives you a discard out. It lets you mill cards for free to turn on your changes more consistently, and it's just a very solid card overall. Right now, Gaia's identity is kind of lost. It doesn't really have a level one game, and if you don't have a level one game right now, your deck is probably really bad. Alternatively, it's Hanekawa Monogatari, but we'll leave that on to
Whoa,
the
whoa,
side.
whoa, whoa.
Can't talk about things that don't exist anymore, dude.
I also agree with that.
You guys
So
are
now
fucking awful.
Gaia is like a mill deck now because Chihaya Rolling, which you may or may not remember from the Red Set review, is well it mills as well, and more importantly, that card gets back this card if need be, for more milling intensity. Like that's overall a +0 transaction. You play an event, get this card back, play this card, ditch a card, and get another card back. You go +0, but you've milled 6 cards minimum, and that's pretty good, I guess.
I think it's
Problem
really
is,
sad
yeah,
that
even though
this that
card is
this
good,
card, like this deck, even though it has these cards and they combo in such a cool it's like a cool little bit you can do with the event and this card.
It's a nice
Like
package.
the deck's still bad.
yeah, it doesn't fix any of the core problems of having to take all of the pain. Like the deck runs Ricky, the 1/1 changes at a reduced cost because it offsets that cost by dealing damage to you. You've got another salvage Ricky, and uh, it runs bombs, so oftentimes you have empty rows that you take more damage in. Also, it has anti-heal, so if you want to leverage that, you won't be healing very much, though you're probably running the new Chihaya heal, which it's tragic in itself for other reasons. Anyway, this card normally would just be straight good, would just be stupid, but in context, it's like, it's probably still good. Just the rest,
It wouldn't not be good. It's just like
yeah,
Like,
awkward.
it's just in a bad deck.
the rest of the
Like,
deck is
whatever.
just dysfunctional. It's like
It's not this card, it's the deck.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's not that card's fault. Like,
we should also mention this can be sacked to play that 2/2 Akane in red for free. Not that that'll ever happen, even in the waifu deck. So
It
yeah,
totally happen.
it will
I-
only happen.
What else do you have to live for?
Yep. I think
This,
it's still a good card. It's like that's not the problem.
like I want to call it niche plus. Is that something I'm allowed to do?
No,
I mean, you
I
can,
don't think so.
but I'm not.
Go on.
I'm not doing it.
I think Guy is so bad.
That's just
Ugh.
mean.
Yeah, fine. It's a good card, but Guy is so bad. Ugh.
All right.
All right, and we go from a good card to a mediocre card, which looks better than the good card because its deck is less retarded. Kagari, Amnesia. That's a 1045. Well, I think that was me. During your turn, if there are 4 or fewer cards in stock, this gets 2k, so it's a 6/5 on your turn if you have that requisite, which is easy to fulfill. And when the battle opponent is reversed, if you have the shot trigger in your climax zone and you have 2 or more other, I think we agreed to call it Special K,
Yes.
so we don't get called racist or whatever. Look it up to
called
3
what?
cards.
What could possibly be racist about
You can't say that with a straight
about-
face, man.
K's?
Look it up to 3 cards from the top of your library and add 1.
3!
God.
God damn it, man. Oh.
They
Wow,
wrote
dude.
the memes
Trump's
themselves.
presidency's really going to your head, huh? Just really stretching
What the
stretching
hell?
those wings
Dude.
there, dude.
That's so racist, dude.
Is it?
Alright, so this card's a perfectly functional level 1 combo. It's nothing you ever want to rely on. You probably just want to have one of them. If you can get more on board and get them all to reverse something, fantastic.
Why
But
does
if you
this one
can't-
only look at top 3?
I don't
'Cause
know.
It's free,
But so are the ones that look at top.
and it lets you take
4?
any card.
No, let's
Let's
take
Yeah.
it.
Oh, okay,
Take
okay.
the card.
You don't even reveal what you take. Never mind. That's
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
That's okay now.
Should also mention that this fuels your graveyard, which is actually really nice for a couple of other cards in the deck, in the special K deck. There's a 1/0 event which really wants to be bonded, and a 1/0 which also really wants to be bonded, and milling them is happy times, I guess. Anyway, this card is solid but not spectacular. It's a 7/5 on offense, probably 8k, and that's a reasonable number to hit. On defense, it's absolutely pathetic. It'll die without a doubt. But if you get your pluses with this deck and you get your stock and all of that, you have a pretty decent mid game or like mid-late game, and you can hopefully capitalize on it.
I mean, it's really nice that you can kind of loop herself if somehow she doesn't die.
Yeah, like on a side note,
You can play
There's
this
a-
at level 0.
yeah, the blue 0/0 can turn into this if it comes into play and mills this off the top. And at that point, you've got an unbombable 4/5, which will get you more advantage. You'd never want to rely on this, but it's certainly a possibility, which is kind of cool, I guess. And I guess the last thing to say about it is it is pretty big on offense. Like 6/5 unboosted is not pathetic.
I mean,
Almost with a
like
shot,
that's,
so
it's like above curve for how I imagine K1 combos to be at.
Yes, we also want to keep in mind the brainstorm for this deck, which we're going to cover very shortly, gives a card power when you play a climax. Not a climax.
no,
when you play a
when you play an event.
Yeah, when you play an event, my bad. And that's actually better than a climax, I think, overall. Because you play events plenty in this deck, and that gives this card even more power. I think it's 1k? Was it 1/5? 1k.
It's 1k. It's 1k.
Yeah. So it gives this one 1k.
Fraud.
Yeah, this card is fine. I think it's playable plus.
The fact that it can get anything makes it playable plus for me. I like if you're running events and you're running like kind of a self-looping combo. Like I like having those kind of things going on. Like being able to grab events is nice.
Yeah.
I think this
It's
card's
free.
just okay.
I also think it's just okay, but it's still a fine card.
Yeah. Like when I was using this deck a bit after the set came out, I wasn't upset to see it, but I was also perfectly fine with not doing the combo either. Like that's just how the deck ended up functioning. It's very it's a nice luxury, I guess.
Yep.
All right.
All right. So the next card. Out of-
Thirsty.
Yeah, she wants it real bad.
Oh god.
She wants the coffee.
Yeah,
The feed cough.
the feed cough. So this is a Kagari. It's a
Kiko.
bond. 00500. It bonds to a 1/0, a 1/0 Kotaro. That 1/0 Kotaro is a ditch bond to a 1/0 event. And this is, I think, the central engine that would make anyone play the special K deck. That plus Kotori, I guess. But more importantly, this bond has another really good line of text. Once a turn, when you play an event, this gains a soul. So Yeah, it's a 2-soul beta if you are playing an event.
That seems nice. I for one appreciate it when I get to swing in for 2 soul randomly.
Yes, it's
Not
actually
even
quite-
random.
Even
Yeah.
better.
Yeah,
It's
it's
super
pretty
controlled. This card's really dumb.
Yeah, you'll be
Oh,
playing
like-
event groups in the dedicated deck, so it's not hard to get this to have 2-soul. It's not going to leave a turn, but it'll
Who cares?
bash in 2 or
It got
3,
you
which is
value.
good.
It already bonded and beat in for 2. That's fine.
Let's keep in mind the 1-0 event in question is a 1-0 check top 4, add a special K card to hand, which means you can grab another one of this, I guess, if that's what you want to do. It is really good in the deck that it's played in, but at the same time, that deck is pretty stock hungry. Wants to kind of build up some stock. Wants to charge up. So you can't just abuse this, unfortunately.
But it's a lot of fun. Free 2 souls.
Yeah, it's good.
It's
a strong
usually
engine.
pretty good.
Yeah, I'll call it playable plus.
Yeah, this is a strong reason to play the deck because, I mean, I haven't said it out loud, but it's effectively a bond to an Azusa, which is really good.
It's some
Get with the
circular
times,
stuff.
old man. Azusas aren't that good. We just dumped on a double R Azusa.
You're not wrong.
I mean, now that every set has them, so it's like,
I mean, not every set has them. Like most sets don't
well,
actually have them.
notably, a lot of the best sets have them.
Funny that. Yeah,
With the
no,
exception of
it's
2 Lavru.
Yeah, Monogatari has it.
It does at level 1.
Yeah,
you-
but that
you-
that
you
the
kinda
5K
sideline.
the 5K Hitagi is like pretty good.
It's the best card in Monogatari.
Like it being 5K is just super nice. Same thing for Ilya with their Akatsuki.
Anyway, next card.
Oh, we lost Tim Tom. That's sick.
Oh, he fell overboard. Kagari-chan, or the key. During your turn, it's a 001K. It's a support. During your turn, all your characters gain 500 power. All your other characters, rather. And you've got 1 cost. Put the top card of your deck in clock and tap this. Add a KKK card from your deck to your hand.
Of course, you say
So
it
this-
now.
Oh my god. Oh man, I didn't know we were grand wizards all of a sudden.
Oh, God!
Speak for yourself. You're the only white one in this call.
I'm not even white. Prove that I'm white. You can't.
No, he's Samson.
Oh damn, he got me.
Bang bang, dude. Samson Chow. That's like Chinese as fuck.
Yeah. All right, fine.
So
This
this
is
card's
a-
pretty good.
Yeah, it's Taketsubo, which it debuted in DC3 actually, but it was very very limited back then.
This is
Then
really
it
not good.
yeah, then it was in Railgun, which pushed that deck to like B plus A-ish territory for a short while, and then Nisekoi came out, so whatever. And it's just kind of existed since then. And this particular iteration is one of the better ones. This is functionally a Ricky, probably just outright better than a Ricky outside of not being 2K. But yeah, what can I say? It's much needed advantage for this deck. It's color fixing, and yeah, it's just solid.
It's a good effect to have.
Yeah, it's actually
Better than Ricky is kind of like whatever. Like I don't know. Like being a back row is nice, so it just like does something when you don't need to clock yourself anymore.
yeah, like it's just a solid card. In a vacuum, it's better than Ricky, like the
Yeah.
actual Ricky.
But like
otherwise-
Ricky attacks, and that's
Yeah.
really cool.
so this can attack as well.
Yeah, but you can't
Well, you-
attack
This
the
can-
turn you plus.
This can get an attacker.
Oh, he's back.
Yeah, but Ricky can get like what you want and then be your attacker. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah,
Fair
I mean,
enough.
Sure.
if you need more than one attacker in one turn, then Ricky is going to be better than this, because Ricky can get 2 attackers for the 1 stock. This will still only be 1 attacker.
That being said, I think I like the Abyssal one the most. The one that gives 1k power to something.
I completely forgot that. set was a thing. Wow.
I
Huh.
may have been reading Butts and Coconuts' articles earlier today.
Fair enough. Look, this card is like I don't know if I want to call it good, but I definitely want to call it playable plus.
I agree. I think in general, like just having a recursable advantage engines is nice, and Special K doesn't just like punch themselves in the face every turn. So
Well, you don't even need it to be like recurable, right?
yeah, I mean it's
But
just
like
like
having
on demand
that is
nice.
nice. Yeah. But like
Yeah.
even getting your 1 clock plus is still like pretty powerful. But like there's also a sitting Maya. That's a Kotori.
Sitting Maya
Yeah.
is also
whatever
a
that's
sweet card.
I mean,
I think if the deck
that's-
cared more about getting Kagari, you could justify running that card more.
Yeah.
As it is, it just doesn't care.
Yeah.
I just think it's
think it's-
interesting to note as an option because we probably won't even talk about it because I think it's a box topper.
Yeah.
no,
No,
it's,
it's Shop PR, isn't
one
it?
of-
Shop
no,
PR.
it's a
Oh, it's a
no,
shop PR. Okay, well
But,
we still wouldn't talk about it.
Yeah, no, this deck doesn't care about what pluses it gets. It just wants pluses. So, because it filters with the feed puff event so much. So, yeah, it's a plus. And the game is so fast now that you can't like being recurable used to be a big thing, but now it's like whatever. So yeah, shrug. All
People
right.
die.
I don't know,
Much
man.
faster.
Like I clocked myself like 5 times a game yesterday in tourney.
That's because you're playing Fate.
Yeah, dude. And like almost every game I stopped clocking at level 1. I was like, what is this power?
Yeah, because Avenger's a bullshit card.
Yeah, dude, no one told me.
Are you running 8 yet?
No.
He's running
I-
5.
I almost went to 6 today, but because I wanted to put in more zeros. I need to make more cuts though.
All right. Kotori and BNL, things. It's a 0015. It's a self-tap brainstorm, and for every climax you can get either a special K character or a familiar trait, which is those memey plant things that we covered in blue, as well as the best character, Chibi-Moth. And it's also got up to once turn when you play an event, give a character 1K.
Yeah,
It's a
I
super
think the
functional-
relevant text is tap self, because like
yeah.
Yeah.
you could use it with the
Taketsubo.
Taketsubo thingy.
Do you
And
really
then-
want to?
Yeah,
though?
man. If you
Well,
hate
sometimes you
stock,
have to. It's like the option, right? So
Yeah, let you try field if that's your plan, I guess. It's fine.
I think
you don't actually
I-
ever end up using this card that much.
Yeah, it's like
Brainstorm.
it's a really nice card to have, but it's not a central tenet of the deck.
I don't think I've ever used this card.
I like the art though.
I have the triple R's. They're okay.
Ours look worse.
You think? I'm not a meme.
Dude, that's like a theme in this set, isn't it?
Yeah, it actually is, to be quite honest. I can't think of a triple R that looks better except the Kagari level 3.
And the Shizuru, but the Shizuru is the exact same art, so it's just boiled. So
This card is just a solid playable.
Yeah, it's a probably playable plus again. It's fine. Like, this card's level 0 lineup, this deck's level 0 lineup is very solid.
I mean, it's just super like good cards with even more good text for whatever reason. Very
Alright.
silly, I think.
Next card, Chihaya, member of Gaia. It's a 1035. So you think this is a back row, and you'd be half right.
I mean, it's 50-50. It's either a back row or a bomb.
We already have a level 1 bomb in this set. What do you reckon now?
Probably
it's
sits
a
in the back
level
row.
1 stock bomb.
But that's like,
Uh,
is that even relevant?
no. So what it is it's a
I think
climax.
it's Talaru.
Oh no, dude, it's relevant against Alchemist. My bad.
You're making me angry. All right. So when
Well memed.
alchemists, it's my trigger word.
Hey, have you ever played this really fun board game? It's called Alchemist.
So this card has a climax combo with the wind climax. When you place the climax, so before the attack phase, you can pay 1, and shift this card from the front row to an empty back row slot. If you do, search your deck for up to one Knight Sakuya. It's like a, what is it, like a 6/5, a 7/5? I can't remember exactly what it is. It's a 1/1, it's a 1/1/8K. Right, so it's a 1/1/8K. Yeah, that's cool. And then put it in the slot this card was in, and then shuffle your deck. So this is like a... You're basically getting a card. And since you're playing a Climax, you break even, which is cool. But that's not all. This card also has, when the battle opponent of your other character becomes reversed, choose an Akane, Chihaya, or Sakura card, and that character gains 1/5 power.
So whenever you win combat, win the next
Yes.
combat.
Yes, win more. So it's like the Minami snowball effect. This is actually a pretty solid card overall. I don't know about good enough to make Gaia relevant, but it's certainly a feasible option in that deck.
Wait, is Gaia still running the 1/1 to 2/2 change?
I think it's forced to because nothing else
Then
is
isn't
quite
one of your back row slots occupied by the when you lose combat, you try to not lose combat?
correct.
That's really funny, actually.
I mean, if you run this combo, you don't run that anymore, obviously.
But if you run both, you get 1k power no matter what.
1/5 or 1k at least, yeah.
I mean, I really
Wow.
dislike that. The Sakuya can just randomly be bad. Just that one level it gives can just randomly be really, really awkward. But for now, this card is worth testing. Like, I haven't tested Gaia because Chihaya sucks. So if you want to try out Gaia and you're thinking you're taking too much pain from the Harvest Fiesta Chihaya combo, the Chihaya chain cover, you can try and give this a shot. It's probably going to be super cheap because, like, you know, Japan hates cards that aren't...
Japan hates cards.
I don't know why they would hate this card, but I'm sure they would. This
I mean,
card is
Japan
fine.
has a lot of interesting decisions that they make when they play Weiss.
Agreed.
Does this combo with a wind?
Yes,
That's relevant.
wind is relevant.
Yeah, fine. Because this lets you win. The winds let you win the mirror match against the Gaia decks running the 2/2.
Oh god.
Oh man.
Hey, Lamau.
Yeah, no, this card
That's
is
a vintage
fine. I'm
meme.
actually giving this playable. I don't think the whole snowballing support effect is that great because you're already going to have a 1/1/8K, and if like okay, sure you'll kill something, but then the next card, it depends, I guess. If
It
you're
actually
playing the
matters more on defense because if your cards are just bigger, you can make combat kind of awkward sometimes, especially with counters.
you can make your counters pull double duty, I guess. I guess there is a 1065 red Chihaya which you might be wanting to play, in which case this support effect is relevant. But still, I think this card is only alright at best. It's a playable card in my eyes.
But
It's cool with the
practically
bomb.
old man.
You're right, it is pretty alright with the bomb, but I don't know. I'm not a huge fan of the bomb in the deck. Next card, 1/0 Kagari. This one's just a printed 6/5. When this is placed from hand to stage, if you don't have a Feek off, which is the 1/0 event in your waiting room, tap it.
I mean, how often are you not going to have the event in your waiting room because you're probably playing 4 of it
I mean, it happens.
in a deck that just like constantly mills itself with the event?
Well,
it can happen if
but
you
yeah,
refresh.
if you can't get the first event or if you refresh, those are the times it happens.
Sure, I would still like be inclined to run 1 or 2 of these just in case you wanted a beater, right?
Oh, I
I
run
mean,
none. I don't have room.
You just
room?
you just play the 1/0 Climax combo. It's also a 6/5 beater. It's whatever.
Sure, but that just like dies.
So
I mean, this one isn't going to live very long either. You don't really run much in terms of supports in that deck, so
I
it's
guess.
only going to be 6/5.
But it
and that,
has hand on core.
well, I'm not running that. What's Kotori, isn't it? The 1/0 blue.
yeah,
That card is rubbish.
and probably in a more conventional deck, you would want this. But I feel like how the deck functions with all its bonds to Akatsuki, Azusa type effects, like you don't really just need filler beaters.
That's fair, I guess.
Like the bond engine
Oh.
itself takes out like a chunk of your deck anyway.
For some reason I thought we were talking about the red GI.
What?
What?
So that's why you said hand on call, right? I was very confused for a moment.
Well, whatever. You don't have room for this card, etc.
Etc.
Yeah,
I'm still saying
'cause,
it's
like-
playable.
Because
It's,
like you have the guy that bonds into the event as a beater, a
It's a
5/5
5/5,
beater.
I wouldn't condemn anyone for running this card. I just wouldn't run it myself because one, no room, two, low impact. Same reason I don't run Lucia in Guardian, the Lucia Ellie in Guardian anymore.
But like, have you seen this face? She's like a total
Yeah,
meme
I
star.
know. He's like Patui.
I mean,
Yeah.
I'm sharing my screen. You can all see the face.
Real coffee sucks.
Calthea.
Green tea.
What?
Next card. Kazamatsu.
Calfee.
School.
Green tea.
Calfee.
So,
Green tea.
Green tea.
this is a 3/2 yellow rare. It's a 10k. When this is placed from hand to stage, look at up to X cards from the top of your deck, where X is the number of special K characters you have, and add one of those cards to your hand. Then ditch the rest. And then it has the Misakuro damage clause. So when this attacks, you may pay one, ditch one. If you do, this gains 2k and on reverse burn 1.
Seems fine.
This card is exactly fine. It gets you more of the pants, which is, pants.
It's a thing.
Yeah.
Sometimes this card being Misakuro is clutch, but not really.
Yeah, I've activated it to pay out climaxes and ditch extra shots, but the actual shot hasn't mattered too much because I tend to try and, I've already gone over why Kotori kind of annoys me, because swinging for 4 sucks. But in reality, if you swing for 4 enough times, and you keep -2 souling them, and they don't have a billion trillion soul, figuratively,
Pull out the index. 3 soul beaters.
you might end
Play
up
Fate.
just winning by attrition. I don't know. This card is fine. It gets you what you need, usually.
And you have to sack into the pants many turns in a row
I mean,
for
between
that
the
to happen.
between Pants itself, the 1/1 Climax search event, this Kagari, also you have the 2/1 support Kotori if that's something you're playing. It's something you can loop the marker thing for several turns. It's quite within the realm of feasibility. I know a lot of people are playing just the Lucia version, in which case a card like this is worthless. But if you are playing Special K, yellow centric with blue splash, yeah, this card is more than fine. I'm giving it a playable and nothing higher.
I mean, it is just playable. It's just fine.
Yeah, the SR looks very nice. I mean,
Yes.
it's like the complete opposite from the other foils, man.
It's the only SR that looks nicer. Hey.
Uh,
Mostly because I don't like the way the regular
The
one
climaxes. The
no,
climaxes
the
look nice.
stock soul looks like way better as an SR. I think the
Yeah.
green one.
I think the
Oh,
gold
the
bar
S-
looks better too.
looks. Yeah, the green stock soul and the gold bar. Does the gold bar look? Yes, the gold bar definitely looks better.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's really nice.
I agree. I have 4 of them. I've just never played them. Yeah.
Oh,
Alright.
dude, this nigga.
It's racist, dude.
It's not
I agree.
racist.
All right.
Don't agree with him. He's the racist one.
Rewrite ability, Kotaro. It's a 3/2 10k. If Kotori in class is in your clock, this gets -1 level in hand. So Kotori in class is that stupid coin flip card, I'm pretty sure. Yes, it's the stupid coin flip card.
Nice.
For each marker under this, it gets 2k power. So this is one of Kotoro's themes. He just keeps adding markers, and rewriting and doing stuff.
He did that before.
Yeah. What? Yes, he did.
No, I'm saying he did. Yeah, there's like
Yeah,
a green one. That's
Yeah, there is a green one, which is interesting. When this is placed from hand to stage, mill 2 and deal X damage, where X is the number of soul triggers you milled this way. So again, the coin flip deck. And when this attacks, choose another character with Kotaro name and put it under this marker. So, flavor. Rewrite all the life, Ima, something, something.
This one
Niche.
seems less fun.
This is niche. It's like a stupid meme, and that's okay, I guess.
I mean, we're all about meme decks here.
Well, I'm not. You guys.
I
just do.
mean, like, we're about memes. I don't know if any of us play meme decks.
I do.
You don't
That's
play
true.
Weiss.
We've got you there.
Dang.
He plays
Body.
Monolith Dredge. That is a meme deck.
Dude, that deck is actually so legit, though. I literally bought Force of Wills to play it.
Oh damn it! Yeah, no, this is a niche card.
Yep.
Any objections?
Nope.
You could tech this into KKK if you're a moron.
It provides the much needed finishing power.
It also
Clearly.
confuses, technically.
Oh boy, oh baby.
All
We
right.
have all the markers.
Next card. Experience the strange phenomenon. Kotaro is a 00500. When you pay for the cost of an event from your hand, you may use one of this card's marker in place of one stock. When this is placed from hand to stage, or when proof of a cult. What Climax is that? Is that a stock soul?
No,
It's a yellow stock soul, yes.
is it? Okay.
Yeah, so when... where is it? I lost it. Where are we? Yeah, so when a stock soul is played, you may look at the top card of your deck. If you do, put it under this as a marker and rest it. And up to once a turn, when you play an event, choose a character, give it 1k for the turn. Alright, so if you like memes, then this is the spicy meme deck, I guess. So there's a 1-1 event that we'll come to later with some great art. And, well, what can I say? That card turns into a cost 0 +1 with this effect. And then you also compress. It's really bad, don't get me wrong, it's really bad. But if you want to play nothing but memes, so if you want to play mono yellow memes, this is where you go, I think. This is better than the coin flip deck. Because the coin flip deck makes you buy $30 Kotoris, which you don't want to buy.
No. No, that doesn't sound pleasant.
Now, I'm assuming I'm the only one who's thought about this card in any real depth. So, can we move on after calling it niche?
Yeah. Don't worry, though. I'll be back to playing Weiss when Star Wars happens.
So,
Is it even
never.
happening anymore?
I think it has a new release date.
It does, but that doesn't mean it won't have another new release date, you know?
Yeah, that's true.
I mean,
No.
Puyo came out eventually, right?
I just needed a set that, savage. I just need a set that I actually care about. Like, that's the problem. They haven't printed something I actually wanted to buy in, like, literally 2 years.
Terraformers.
You mean
That
you don't
was
care
like
about
3 years ago.
But Chain Chronicle,
No.
It was definitely 2015, dude.
right? Passing the memory stick, Inoue, 00500. All your other characters gain the ability recollection. If you have this exact card in memory, it gains 500 power. So it's a really, really dumb way to make this into a support that also like this is it's cute. So what it does is it's a when it dies, you pay 1, ditch 1, send its memory to draw a card, and then you set up further copies of this card to become global 500s, which again is cute, but not good. And also, this doesn't stack. Like, you can't have multiple Inoues in memory in order to get more boosts.
But if you have
They
multiple
can
of these, everything gets global 1,000. Except
Yeah,
for
if you've got
this, which gets global
then
500.
you've done the equivalent of playing 2 global 500s. Congratulations.
It's actually a lot better than... It's all your other characters gain the ability... Oh, this gains. Never mind. I thought this was a global. Damn. This is like so much worse than I thought it was.
I thought it seemed pretty interesting, but then like I paid more attention and it just doesn't sound very
I did not pay
interesting.
enough attention.
You could legitimately have this just give 500 for every copy of this in memory, and it still would
Would
be
not be
unplayable.
very good. No. This is not a playable
Nah,
card.
dude.
Do not play this.
Yeah, just not a card. It's a bad card. Do not play it. It's got
No,
no
it's-
relevant traits. In fact, it has no traits. And its effects are just not good.
Tutorable by Komoe.
And Ricky.
And that 1/1 LB event.
All right.
And there's a 0/0 in the LB that pays 2 and taps to search traitless characters.
It's the Yuiko, right?
Or was it
Yeah.
pay to? Is it actually pay to tap? I thought it was kind
Yeah.
of pay.
No, it's pay 2 tap.
All right.
Okay.
It's like a global 5 or
Oh,
500.
no,
No, center,
meaning-
center. 500 center, isn't it?
Oh.
Right?
Well,
The
Yeah. The
Yuiko,
Yuiko.
yeah.
damn.
Oh, that's what you're referring to. I thought you meant the BD, the Blu-ray promo, but don't worry about that.
The cost on this card is insane.
Yeah, so
really.
1/0 Kotori, no debauchery, let's keep it PG. That's, yeah, sure, why not? It's a 1k backup, and it's also got pay 1, ditch 3 cards. When you use this card's backup, you may pay cost. If you do, tap one of your opponent's characters. It's a tap counter for when you really need to win even more.
You need to discard
As-
4 cards from your hand to tap something.
Hey, man.
I
If
mean,
it
like,
wins-
if you
if
don't
it doesn't-
lose,
Yeah.
Like,
It's
only
pretty
if you are-
stock cheap, which is nice for that deck.
Special
It's
K will
searchable.
appreciate it being stock light, and also it is tutorable.
Yeah, not only do you save, like, damage, but you also save a character, which can be
Sometimes.
relevant.
It's only a 1k counter.
No,
Yeah,
I
but
mean,
they
you
won't
tap it,
attack
whatever.
the
It
can't
character.
Oh,
attack.
sure. I mean, if that's what you mean, then yes.
Sometimes
yeah,
you'll get 2 characters.
Sometimes
you'll
you can save 2.
characters.
Yeah, and then
That's
your
sweet.
opponent gets BTFO.
And sometimes
Wow,
you get out 3 climaxes
just the
right
one
before
who's
refresh.
so.
Sorry, sometimes you ditch 3 climaxes right before refresh with this card.
Oh, dang.
Sometimes you could ditch like Golgari Grave Trolls, Stinkweed Imps.
Yeah, then you draw 4 cards, and then you actually just dredge 30.
Yeah, I really like that deck.
Actually, can we go back to that Inoue, because that card would be insane in a dredge deck.
Not really.
No.
When it dies, you pay 1, ditch a card, draw a card.
So it's like a worse Insolent Neonate.
Neonate's
Yes.
free.
You want all the insolent neonates you can get.
Not really.
Or you just play Legacy Dredge, or like I'm pretty sure Dredge you'd rather go off with Cathartic Reunion.
That's actually a card I'm surprised does not see play in Legacy at all.
Cathartic
That's fair
Reunion.
enough, I
Yeah.
guess.
Yeah.
I guess it's not Breakthrough.
Like Breakthrough just does it like so much better,
Yeah.
and it resets your hand.
But like the problem with Breakthrough is that you need a dredger in the yard for it to matter.
Anyway,
Yeah, Lion's Eye Diamond.
let's move on.
That's like the whole point.
Yeah, I guess.
Totoro, buying canned coffee. It's a 1045.
Play as well.
No. This card is playable. It's very
Uh,
expensive.
the Totoro.
It's a thing.
No, not the
Totoro
cutter, the counter.
Oh, the counter is playable. I put 1 in my deck. I haven't used the tap effect yet, but yeah, you never know.
If it comes up.
This is good, right?
Yeah, this one is good.
Yeah, this one's 1045. During your turn, gets 1k, and ditch card to salvage a Fekoff. So it's Uzza, basically.
Yep. This is
Yeah,
the second
it's
time
good.
they've printed like this exact kind of interaction again.
Yeah, P5 had it on 2 different cards, and now
I
Totoro
mean-
has it.
Fate has it.
Does Fate have it? Nice, 3.
Fate has it for a blue Kotsky event.
Yes, it has the 0/0 Medea that does it.
This card is
Yep.
actually just good, and that's
Yeah, very solid.
Kantai has it
yes.
Oh yeah,
Right,
for
buckets.
to barrels or what?
for barrels. Yeah.
All right.
Or
Right,
yeah,
this card
barrels.
is just because it's Uzza. Like playing the event's not a big deal because like it's a good card anyway.
Unless you're
And,
playing against like I don't know, fucking what is it, Sweets Nisekoi?
Sweets Nisekoi doesn't give a damn because it only gives extra power if they're.
No,
Oh,
Sweets
you-
Nisekoi you
that-
can't play
Like
events.
you can't play events.
It only lasts for 1 turn. Who cares?
But if they keep
But
looping
it's
it,
a
you
gold
can't kill
card.
anything.
Haru
it's fine.
Smash.
Haru Smash. And then they hit level 3 and you win because they milled 3 climaxes. That deck.
Good shit, man.
I'm still
Next
amazed. I really can't think of a time I've been clock kicked by that deck. And there's like a guy that plays it pretty regularly here.
You know, there's this guy in my locals who always gets that, actually.
Who always
Oh.
gets the claw kick?
Yeah.
Is he cheating?
It's because he doesn't compress.
I'd like to point
No,
out that one
he's
time,
actually. I mean, he's
the one
not like
time
a
I got
bad
the
player.
clock
He
kick-
just gets the clock kick. It's actually kind of amazing.
shrug.
No, but a bad player would compress because it means they wouldn't clock kick. So a good player would adapt and not compress.
This is terrible.
God.
Is it, or is your sheeple mentality on how to play the game terrible?
I mean, I've been out of the game for quite some time, so maybe I've missed some things.
Sometimes you just have to cast Simian Spirit Guide.
Alright,
Capture of Souls naming ape.
Can we just stop magic talk? Please?
Sure.
Right, Chihaya at the end of fasting.
Yes.
It's a 1065. And it's a 1065. What have I got to say? God, it feels so bad to be the mediator. Fuck man, I just killed the mood. But you guys
I
gotta
mean,
stop.
it's whatever. Like
You can talk
this-
about
this
that
guy-
shit. later.
this card's bad.
This card is bad.
There are 2 or fewer cards in stock, you can't attack with this. It's not great.
I mean, like she
Gaia-
just can't. She just can't attack if you have 0 stock.
Yeah. Or if you have just 2 stock.
Well, the problem is, like, if you full field and you have 0 stock going into the level 1 turn, she still can't attack.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
So it's a pretty terrible top deck later on, I think. Especially, like, if you're not really compressing as Gaia, because you'll be taking so much damage, you'll be rushed to level 3. You probably will have enough stock to attack with this card, but even so, you have a better 6/5 in red, so this one's
Yeah.
mostly just outclassed.
Also, like, the punching doesn't stop, and
Yeah. Especially, like, if you take a bunch of damage, this is your only beta, and you have to Ricky that turn for something else. It's just a really awkward card to have in your hand. Like, these are all small niche scenarios, but the real reason I don't rate this card very highly is because you just have an alternative, which is better in basically every way. So yeah, I think this is just not a good card. Well, like, if your level 1 combo is the 1/0 Chihaya that summons a Sakia, then, like, this is maybe a consideration, but even that combo costs stock, so... Yeah, no, I'm just not a fan. I'm gonna go on a limb and call it a bad card.
I agree. If you have a better option, there's just never a reason to play it, so...
Yeah.
Alright, next up.
Yoshino, the only delinquent in class. It's a 1/1/3/5, so... This
How
is...
delinquent is he?
He's like a comic book villain. That's how I remember Yoshino.
He is... Look, this card is a fantastic flavor win with another card we'll cover later on. But we'll just talk about this card for a bit. So, it's a 1/1 support that gives soul to the front row center slot, which is neat, I suppose. When your Climax is placed in the Climax zone, give a character 1,000 power. So it's like a very mediocre support overall. I think if you play this card in a deck, you're either screwing with someone, or you're doing it wrong. One of the two.
I hope you're just screwing with someone. That's, like, way more fun.
He's not a comic book villain so much as the comic relief villain, though, I think.
So he's more like
I
a
get-
calendar man.
It's like
Yeah.
It's like-
He thinks he's like hard, but he's not.
So calendar man.
And he's always trying to start shit with you.
So calendar man.
I just have no context for Calendar Man, but it sounds like it.
Well, he's a Batman villain that only commits crime on holidays that are holiday themed.
That,
Yeah.
that poor
Supervillain.
man.
Calendar man.
Yep. So it's bad, but
Dank
we'll get
memes.
to why it's
Dank memes.
Nah,
this
dude,
is
it's so
bad.
hard.
But we'll get to why it deserves the dank meme rating later. So just this card by itself is just a bad card. When you take it into context, it gets the dank meme rating.
All right. Dank memes.
Witch of the Academy, one Arcana, is a 1/1/4/5. If you have a card in memory, this gains 3k power, so it's a 1/1/7/5 pretty much. and it has character encore. Rest in peace, Angel Beats, lest we forget.
How do you? What is there that goes to memory? Is that like an Akane
This is
thing?
why you had to point the 00, whatever her name is.
No, there is an Akane thing which gives memory. Oh
Okay.
shit, let me find it. Akane does get memory in a few ways. Fuck, I have to find
Or
it. I believe.
conversely, you could just use the Inoue, and then this would
Yeah,
be a
sure.
1A1 8K with hand encore.
That's
Um,
pushing it.
yeah.
That's a little too broken. I agree.
Oh, the 1-1 event from this set goes to memory. The 1-1 hyper
The
meme.
meme event.
Yes.
Oh, okay. Sure.
So we're in a good spot then. The memes
It
are
doesn't
real.
work with this card outside of the fact it goes to memory. It has no, it has absolutely no synergy with this card outside of that.
Are you even playing this card? I don't feel like you are.
No, this card is terrible.
Yeah,
Even
but
in the Akane deck, I don't
that's
think
that's what I
fit.
thought. Man,
Yeah,
yellow's
no,
looking off to be like a real disappointment right now.
Well, I mean,
mean-
like the special K cards are generally good.
Oh, they've actually all
Like
been fine.
it's where a huge chunk of that deck's engine is, but all the off character, off deck stuff is really underwhelming.
I mean, we have just a huge list of playable and good cards for Special K, but the only good card for Gaia has been the Akane, and then other than that, yellow is kind of a giant joke.
Yeah.
It's joke.
It's Joku.
Next.
Next card is Sakuya Knight. It's the 1-1 that we talked about for the 1-0 Chihaya combo. It gains 2k if you have two or more other Akane, Chihaya, or Sakuya, which is not exactly hard to do. It's basically a 1-1 8k. Gets bombed, but otherwise it's fine, I
Fine.
suppose. Put out for free.
It seems fine.
Yeah, fine is all I can say it is. Yeah, next one, Kotori, Big Dream. When this attacks, if you've got Dreaming on the way home in the Climax zone, that is a stock soul again, I believe. It's the one with multiple arts, I think. Anyway, if you've got that in the Climax zone, you can put one card from the top of your deck in stock, or you may put up to, sorry. Reveal the top card of your deck. If it's level 1 or higher, put it in your hand. And when it becomes reversed, it's a anti-change stock bomb.
Yeah, that's all fine.
You don't play the Climax combo, you play it for the stock bomb effect.
Yeah.
It's an easy out to things like ReZero, to things like why is Dao Senyo the one coming to mind? Easy out to anything that advanced summons, and yeah, what can I say? Solid card. I'm playable plus probably. I think enough decks have this that I'm not going to give it the good meta rating anymore.
Yeah. It's been a while since they've really been the kind of unique thing to be.
Yeah,
getting.
pretty much. All right. So next card, Tower of Three Yoshinos, Chibi Moth. So this is the Dank Meme partner card. So this card is a 3/3. Keep in mind Yoshino is a 1/1. It has 10,500 power. Keep in mind Yoshino has 3,500. And it has 3 soul. During your you can't pull this out early or anything, but
I thought there was a weird change thing.
I thought there was. That's right, there is. It's a Kotori 2-1 that changes into this. So we'll get to that as well. It's a great meme. You can change into this. I was wrong. I just haven't looked at these cards because, as mentioned, they are dank meme rating. It's a 3/3, 3/3 on damage scry with yellow encore. Again, dank meme rating. It's not a good card. Don't play it unless you are having a little joke with your opponent.
It's joke.
It's joke.
Next card, Gil Impani for Kotoro's sake. Gives assist 500 and 1 cost. Put this face down under a character in battle as a marker. When another character with Kotaro in name that has a marker, so they have to have a marker already, becomes reversed in battle, this in the back row, you may pay the cost. If so, save that character, rest it.
Oh man, your Kotaros can just like keep getting markers.
Yeah, they keep getting bigger. There is a 2-2, I think. It's a 2-2 or is it a 2-1? Or is it a 1-0? It's something. There's more than one Kotaro, I believe, in the past couple of sets that get markers. So this goes into those as well. Should also be mentioned, this can be searched with the Kotori Brainstorm because it's familiar traits and
Their
I don't
heads
know what
are
else I want to say.
disproportionately large to their bodies.
They're
Uh,
fairies.
That
They are-
doesn't
they are
change my
more
point.
bonus.
Don't, well, I mean,
It's anime, okay?
The mouth
but
is like, do they have to eat? This is just like something I'm asking.
No, they don't.
No, they
They don't
don't
have to eat? Okay. I
It's
can
anime,
accept this
bro.
now
They
because
don't
the mouth is
explain
like
shit.
literally like the size of their entire torso,
Yeah, more or less.
and their eyes literally are larger than like their entire rest of the body.
Yep. So next card, Caring Lone Wolf Yoshino. The 1-1. Oh, sorry, it's a 0-0. My bad. 0-0-1K. If you have no other characters, this gains 2k power, and all your other level 0 or lower characters gain 1k power. So this is just a neat bit of flavor. It should be self-explanatory. The name is literally Caring Lone Wolf. Like, I don't feel the need to explain the flavor.
You should explain the flavor.
oh,
How will
he
people understand if you don't explain the joke?
has
you
he
should
always
go
had
through
Chuni
the-
trait?
Sorry?
Has
Yeah,
he
he's got-
always had Chuni trait?
I
Like even in the old sets?
think, has he? Oh, that's a good question. No, my
I
response
just
from is
noticed
he
that.
should go finish rewrites, the slow fucker.
I'm playing Nier, okay?
I'm
Yeah,
Yeah.
gonna
well,
go
I
ahead
mean,
and
you're
say
not
this
gonna
is-
finish that anyway, so
this
may
is
as well go
unplayable.
back
He's,
and
he's,
rewrite.
you're not going to finish it anyway. No, he's not got Chuni trait in rewrite 1.
I'm
So,
gonna
yeah.
go ahead and say that this is unplayable, and I'm probably just gonna leave
Wait.
up the bad rating for the foreseeable future.
Yeah, sure, it's bad. The next card isn't bad, it's niche. If you have one or fewer other characters, this gains +1 level and +1k. Important because it means it can't be stock bombed or clock bombed. And
Oops.
when this is reversed in battle, reveal the top card of your deck. If it's level 2 or higher, bounce this to your hand.
Hey.
I hate everything. This is a niche card, maybe even niche plus, because you can't be stock kicked or clock kicked, which is actually really good for that sort of stupid profile. Like, I know that if Fate's Lancer was like this, that card they would like players of that deck would be very happy. Let's just say that.
Card is fine. Sometimes you get a lot
yeah.
of value. Sometimes you get a lot of value.
Yeah, I mean that's the whole point. Like you get a lot of value with the stupid coin flip mechanic.
You're rewarded for what is typically atrocious deck building.
This is true. Like your typical average deck right now probably has like what 10, 16, that's 26, plus like 12, so like 38. So you have like 12 level 2 or higher in your deck. That's like the upper limit.
I'd say like 12 to 13 is the high end.
Yeah, that's like your upper limit.
But the ideal is to have 25. That's the mean.
Well, yeah. For building around this,
Yeah.
like he's just comparing.
When are we gonna
like,
get
one
like
of those decks to, like, a
UA's
normal
freaking
deck?
a Cell World all level 3 deck?
Never.
I beat that deck repeatedly, so I don't have to do anything about that. I won my Vegemite bet.
You won
So-
your Vegemite bet. Okay.
I've not lost the Vegemite bet yet. So multiple. Well, Phil
Yeah, so you
already.
have-
Vegemite.
Gotta
Well,
learn,
you
sheeple.
still
Don't
have-
challenge this man to Vegemite bets. Challenge him to like
You still have that index bet. That's
Burger
that's
King
what's
bets or
standing.
something. I don't know.
It's not gonna work. There's no Burger King in Australia. I mean in Canada. So there's literally no way I can fulfill that.
Okay, Tim Hortons then.
I mean,
Opening found Chibi Moth 0015.
Ketchup chips.
When this attacks, you may pay cost. If you do, choose another character with either familiar or Kotaro in name and add it to, bounce it to your hand. So yeah, you can ditch the worst card in your hand to get back either a Kotaro or a familiar trait. Strangely, you can't get a Kotori for whatever reason. And when this is placed from stage to waiting room, you may pay 2. If you do, draw a card. So this is the ultimate treading water card, you'll not really plus off this in a meaningful way because you'll probably lose this card given it's so weak. You're probably ditching cards to get back mediocre cards, which is not good. And the only way this card pluses is either with 3 costs or 3 costers and 3 cost encore, or 2 costs to draw a random card. This card is
Plus, no, this card
supremely
is
mediocre.
adorable.
Yeah, it's pretty cute. I'm not gonna lie.
Moss.
I like how they put the text box at the top because you know Chibi Moth is great. He's like one of my favorite mascots from Key.
Niche
but
minus.
unfortunately, it's not even niche minus. What does this go in?
What?
Aside from cute cards deck.
I feel like that's relevant enough that I'd want to do that sometimes.
No, this is a bad card, unfortunately. Chibi Moth does have his own lineup of cards. He has a 0/0 vanilla that you can bounce back with this. Shihaya of the Occult Club, it's a 0/0 2K. If this is in the front row center slot, it gains 1 soul. And when this is placed from hand to stage, it gains 1/5 for the turn.
I don't think you want this.
Neither do I.
Like, 2 soul is nice later on, not at level 0.
Yeah.
That's so awkward.
Eh.
I mean, it's still fine. Like, it's still a 2 soul beta for 0 that you can probably search out pretty easily. I would not call it good at all, but it's certainly not unplayable. In fact, I want to give this a playable because it's just a 0 cost 2 soul beta.
I'm just gonna give it playable minus.
That's fine. All right. This is the second. Is it the second? Maybe it's the third. It's a set of. Oh, there we go. The set of meme cards in this set, and this one goes with the 1/1 event. 1/0 Akane Promised Moments. She's about to get groped, so it gives all characters in front of her 500 power. Then it has pay 2, tap this. If you have 2 or more events in your memory, bad flavor, you should have 7 or more events in memory.
Is there a reason for that?
Yeah, it's the flavor of the game. If 2 or more events in your memory, choose a character with Kotaro name. That character gains 2k, and the ability when this card's battle opponent is reversed, you may put the top card or you may heal 1, basically.
So you can pay 2, tap, to hopefully heal something?
If you've already paid stock for memory events.
Yeah, that doesn't seem great.
No, it's terrible, but it's
a dank meme.
flavor, and it's a meme.
What more could you ask for?
Some danker memes.
I'm not a big fan of this. I can see people playing it to joke around, but as it is, I have to give it a bad rating because it requires you to do so many bad things.
I already put it in the dank meme category. We're not shifting from this.
Sounds good.
The dank memes cannot be reversed.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Shooter Akane. When this is placed from hand to stage, give a character in your opponent's front row 1k until the next end of your opponent's turn.
That's so strange.
I really like this design, I'm not going to lie. I'm a big fan of this particular design. It forces people to play in different ways if they know it exists. But since this is the first card, I believe... Is it?
I've
think
never
it's-
seen this profile.
I've never seen this before. I've definitely seen, like, opponent character gets a soul,
It
but
could
I've
be
never
like
seen
school
gives
strikes
power.
or something. I don't know. Yeah, no, this is cool because like if they have a rando 0, this is a conditionless 1065, which is great. If they have a card that you care about, then like if they have a massive card, this obviously doesn't matter. It's a beta, and if it's like in the mid game where you're kind of jostling over field, this can be pretty interesting. You can't choose back row characters, only front row characters.
I mean, like, if you have bombs, like,
It also doesn't
that's
matter.
also pretty good with this card.
Mm-hmm.
If they have no cards, then easy.
Yes.
Win games.
Basically, how can you lose when you have conditionless 6/5s?
somewhat
so this card
easily.
is cute, but I still think it's only playable at best.
Yeah, I agree with that sentiment. Just because like it's still just a 1065.
Would you play this in the waifu deck?
I might play this in the actual guide. No, I wouldn't do that. Yeah, waifu deck. If I'm playing the Akane waifu deck, then that's hard. I don't know whether I want to do the stupid 1 to 2 to 3 change, or whether I want to use the 1/1 triple R I have. I don't know. Hard to say.
Some tough competition.
Some silly things. Anyway, just the playable from me, and probably move on. Kotori, fully prepared. So this is the advanced summon. It's not great. When this is placed from hand to stage, you may discard 2 cards from your hand, put a 1/1 Yoshino from stage to waiting room. If you do, choose a 3/3 Chibi Mob in your waiting room and put it anywhere on stage. Then, as a startup effect, so at any point during your turn, during your main phase, you may send this card to memory, look up the 4 cards from the top of your deck, and search for a special K or familiar trait character and add it to your hand. Put the rest in your waiting room.
Woo, lads.
This card is awful unless you're trying to meme.
So does that get the
Hey,
rating?
wait, but if you use this in the coin flip deck, it's like a...
Does it
It's so good!
Has it earned the dank meme rating?
Like, it's mill.
No.
No.
It's a soul trigger.
Did it earn the dank meme rating?
0 out of 10. 0 out of 100. You
Dude.
can't get a bad.
You'd run this at 4 in the coin flip deck, wouldn't you?
Probably.
I haven't thought very hard about it, so I'll let you decide.
I'm pretty
Wow,
sure...
this thing is 3k power. I just noticed that. I thought
Look
this
at
was
you-
like 7k or something. I don't know why.
Again, this is not going to be relevant.
I think
No.
this card is sick.
Yeah, I agree. For sure the play in the coin flip deck.
For what it's worth.
What? Why? Why is it the play in the quick flip deck?
'Cause you don't have any other mill, man.
Don't need mill.
Yeah, you do.
Dude, like, when I double brainstorm in the Fate coin flip deck every turn, like, I'm pretty sure you need the mill.
Then you play 4 brainstorms and don't play this.
Dude, that's... Well, you played that and this.
All right, look, I'm staying with my bad rating. You guys can do
I
whatever
think
you...
I think bad is appropriate to be absolutely real.
Come on.
I give it a dope fly.
No.
Discovering the Holy Sword, Chihaya, 2175. If you've got this exact same card in your level zone, this
It's a
gets
1/1.
neg 1 level 1 hand.
I don't really care for 1175s. So
Like, this is a difficult condition.
would you
I think the card is
I mean
really
like
awful.
like the payoff is that you have a 500 power greater vanilla.
It's also a level 2.
It also has a soul trigger.
I guess it is level 2, which is nice. Soul Trigger, I don't give a damn about. If
Yo.
you are playing Coin Flip deck,
You
No,
can
this
put
is
this
the
in the
coin
coin
flip
flip
deck.
deck, yeah.
yeah, this goes in the Coin Flip deck because it's a level 1 player that's actually level 2.
Oh god.
And that's like... She's like King Arthur or
So
something.
she is niche. This is a
Saber!
a niche card.
Saber!
Don't even.
Next.
Oh, don't worry about that. I got you on that, Tom.
Sakuya delivering bento boxes. 2245. All characters with Akane, Chihaya, or Sakuya name in front of this gain 2k power. It's a lot of power. And when this is placed from hand to stage, if you have 4 or more other characters with the aforementioned names, you may put the top card of your deck in stock.
So it's a 2/1 plus 2k back row.
This is a really terrible version of the Lucia for Gaia. Kind of like how Gaia is just a terrible deck. I'm so sorry to people who play that deck.
It says 2
Don't be
soul.
sorry. They had their chance.
Yeah.
They had their time.
Yeah, I actually played during that time. That was.
Did you play that deck?
I have the deck. I did not play the deck. I instead played a heal-centric Little Busters deck that got completely wrecked by anti-heal, and that made me sad.
At least you didn't get
Oh, yeah.
wrecked by the ban list like Rewrite.
You're right, didn't get wrecked by the ban list though. It continued to be quite strong.
Until
Like,
it wasn't.
I'm gonna go ahead
Rewrite's
and say the card is
Rewrite's
niche.
bannings or restrictions were actually really good because they weakened the deck without completely making it unplayable. It's perfectly
Yeah.
fine.
All right, so Chibi Mosu is like a lot bigger than I thought it was.
Well,
This
that's
is- No, that's the evolved Chibi Moth. This is a
he's like a
freaking-
Pokemon. See,
This is a super awesome, amazing card that I love a lot. And it's a reason to run the 0/0 Chibi-Moth. So this card is adorable. It's a 2/2 5k. If there's a marker under this, it gains 5k and a character encore. And when this is placed from hand or waiting room to the stage, you may choose the 0/0 Chibi-Moth and put it under this.
Fun.
So this is like you're literally putting Kagari on Chibi-Moth, and then it's freaking enormous.
You know what this sounds like? It sounds about as stupid as the freaking rabbit on top of the thing.
Yeah, exactly. This is pretty much the same thing, but Kagari is cute, so it's
Yeah,
fine.
but this card like it's irrelevant because you have good early plays. But
Every time I think of that rabbit, I just like think it's fat.
if you meme like this functionally can fulfill the role of an early play and being like some mid-gamey beat sticky thing that does 2 soul.
This gets the dank meme rating.
Also
Yeah.
props that it gets the marker if you encore it. Like that's just they could have just not put that there and this card would have been super awkward.
Mm-hmm.
All right, next.
All right, we've got to Feek Off. So this is the first of several events we want to talk
There's
about.
a lot of events.
Yeah,
well,
There's not, but there are.
Well, okay, there's like
this
5 of
is
the same
like
event.
4 arts or something.
So 1/0. Look it up to 4 cards from the top of your deck and add 1 Kotori, Kagari, or Kotaro name. Reveal it and add it to your hand, and then give all opposing ashes 1,000 for the turn.
Yes. That's actually incredibly relevant text right there. Ash
mean-
appreciates your
Or
donation.
so you
Well-
claim.
I always do.
All right, so this is because you can ditch bond to this, it's effectively an 8-slot Azza, but because it's an 8-slot Azza, you can very easily get multiple Azza effects off in one turn, usually 2 to 3 at the very least. And that can be really strong when you're managing crises or when you really need the cards when you really need cards. Like it can just be a very strong effect. So it gets the good rating from me. It's definitely worth running in a deck to see how degenerate it can get, because I think it really showcased the power of this particular profile, and I think everyone should try it at least once.
stupid card.
It's very good.
Yeah.
Stupid, right?
Stock bondable Azusa disappeared.
Yeah, but I mean that's not the card's fault though. It's the whole engine.
Yeah.
Well, none of the other events like this give feek off, so you know.
Yeah. So it's like strictly worse.
I'm sure there's like a jank 1-0 event that does something similar.
All right. Shikigami Army is a 3/4.
Oh, we're almost there.
Yeah, 3/4 counter. You may discard 2 cards from your hand to the waiting room. If you do, all your opponent's characters get -2 soul for the turn.
I mean, it's kind of an anti-damage.
Yeah. For a while, I was running this as my experience for the Lucia deck. I decided it's just not as good. It is a really powerful effect, to be sure. Like, that's just absolutely true. I can't deny that. But it is also very resource intensive, and sometimes you don't really care if they deal damage to you. You'd rather just them deal damage and you use the stock on like your Shizurus or something.
I mean, sometimes -2 souls isn't even what you want, right? Because like
Yeah.
they'll be attacking with 3 soul beaters, and Guardian gets compressed, so you want them to attack for bigger amounts.
Yeah, so I'm pretty down on this. I still think it's a solid playable, and it has a ridiculously powerful effect. It's just super expensive. Appropriately expensive, I should say.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's playable.
So which art did you use?
I have all of them. So which art do you
Oh.
want?
The,
Oh yeah, that's the one.
yeah,
That's the one.
Yes, yes. Are you ready?
I think you know the one that we want. You don't have to ask the question. Yes.
Oh no, Tom's playing music. This video is gonna get taken down.
We can talk about the card.
Right. So
But well, we have to bask in the glory of the music.
this is the actual music that plays during this game, right? So this is a 1-1 event. If you've got no Akane's or Kotaro's name, you can't play it from hand. Choose a cost 0 or lower card in your waiting room, character in your waiting room, put it in any slot on the stage, then reveal the top card of your deck. If it's level 1 or higher, put it in your hand. Send this to memory.
Memes.
Memes. If you're not using this art, you're not doing it right.
So it's potentially a
Pay 1 plus 2.
1 cost plus 2. Plus 1 rather. And if you have the Kotaro that we talked about earlier with the stock soul climax, it's potentially a 0
Cost
cost.
0, yeah.
Cost 0 plus 1. So this is similar to the Kotori plus power spot engine, but I think that one's a bit better.
Well, because you don't need to run a climax to make the power spot, like,
Yeah, pretty much.
yeah.
So this is pretty dang. I don't know if like the memes get better than this particular card art.
You haven't,
Yeah.
you haven't seen the video, though. That's the best
Yeah,
part.
the video is pretty good. I recommend everyone Google it at some point.
You can just link
Anyway,
it.
this card is I think it does get the dank meme rating. I would never play this card. I just don't think I would. If I wanted to meme, I would play the bike rider visual arts card in my rewrite deck.
So that's it for yellow.
Yeah, that's yellow, and that's our last color.
We did it.
And the song just ended. So we'll be back with the overview.
That
once Bliss
timing.
comes up.